In this lesson, we'll explore the Android development tools, which, among others, includes the Android Debug Bridge. And if you didn't install the Android Developer Tools bundle, which includes the Development Tools and Debug Bridge, I'll show you how to install them separately. A word of caution, the nomenclature that Google has chosen for the Android Development Tools and the Android Developer Tools bundle is a little confusing. Perhaps they should have chosen a different name for the bundle, which includes the development tools. Just remember that the ADT bundle includes more than just the Android tools. For example, it also includes Java and Eclipse. So first, I'll show you how to install the development tools if you haven't already installed the bundle. Even if you have installed the bundle, please watch everything that follows in this lesson. The tools installation instructions will be quick. If you're going to install the Android development tools separately, from the bundle graphic, click the link at the bottom of the ADT box. This will take you to the ADT plugin webpage. From here, click on Installing the Eclipse plugin. And this page gives you detailed instructions on how to download, install, and configure the plugin. Remember, you're not installing Eclipse, but the Eclipse Tools plugin. So the choice of words here could have been a bit better. Maybe they should have called it the plugin for Eclipse. First, pause the course and start Eclipse now. In Eclipse, you'll use the Help drop-down menu and click on Install New Software and go from there. Follow the instructions on the installation webpage. If you have any difficulties with the installation, there's troubleshooting information at the bottom of the page. So go ahead and do the installation now if you haven't installed the ADT bundle, and come back to this lesson when you're done. Now let's take a look at an overview of the tools. To find information on the development tools, click on this link on the ADT bundle slide to take you to the Android Development Tools webpage. Since the ADT is a plugin for Eclipse, when you install the ADT, or the tools bundle, the development tools are automatically integrated into the Eclipse environment. The ADT plugin page you see here gives you some general information about the tools and a description of all revisions, including any dependencies. For each revision, you'll find information on dependencies, improvements, and bug fixes. And you'll want to keep your ADT updated to the latest version. To do this, in Eclipse, use the Help drop-down, click on Check for Updates, and if there's a new ADT version, the system will find it. Now let's take a look at an overview of the tools. The best place to go on the Android website for tools reference is the Tools Help page. You can find that by clicking here. Now let's go through this list of tools to give you a flavor for the tools. We'll be using a number of these in future lessons, and we'll skip over tools outside the scope of this course. The basic Android tools let you manage Android virtual devices, projects, and the installed components of the SDK. When you're using the Eclipse integrated development environment, these tools are integrated, and you don't have to access them separately. If you do need or want to access the tools via the command line, these pages show you how to do that. The Dalvik Debug Monitor Server lets you debug Android applications. We'll look at this tool in more detail in the lesson on debugging. DM TraceDump generates graphical call stack diagrams from trace log files. The profile view shows each thread's execution in its own row, with time increasing to the right, and each method is shown in a different color. The profile pane shows a summary of time spent in methods. The Draw a 9-patch tool allows you to easily create a 9-patch graphic using a WYSIWYG editor. A 9-patch graphic splits an image into 9 pieces, 1 in the center and 8 surrounding it, that can be used to rescale the original for different devices. The Android emulator creates virtual devices for testing your apps. We'll look at this tool in detail in the lesson on virtual devices. The hierarchy viewer lets you debug and optimize an Android application's user interface, and we'll take a closer look at this tool in the user interface lessons. And finally, let's look at the Android debug bridge briefly. You can find that link here on the left. The debug bridge communicates with the virtual device emulator and real connected devices to facilitate, as the name implies, debugging. We'll take a detailed look at debugging in that upcoming lesson. So that's a quick overview of the key development tools. We'll be using and learning more about these tools in the course lessons that follow.